Hello everyone, welcome back to my English online coaching channel. Your partner in the journey of mastering in English language. Today, I want to share something very personal with you. It's not just a tip or technique, it's my story. The real story how I, a regular person like you, learn to speak English fluently. But here's the truth. My journey was not perfect. I didn't have a fancy degree or go to an English medium school. I didn't have native speakers friends. I didn't even have confidence in the beginning. What I did were just two things: consistency and the courage to make mistakes, lots of them. In this video, I'll take you through the UPS and down my English learning experience, how I stayed consistent even when I failed, and how those thousands of embarrassing mistakes became the stepping stones to my success. So, if you are someone you feel stuck, shy, or scared to speak in English, this story is for you. Stay with me till the end. You will see yourself in my journey and you will believe that if I can do it, so you can too. So let's start it. I want to tell you about my story and my struggle. So, friends, I grew up in a small town where English was like a distant dream. People rarely spoke it. At is At school, English was a subject we had to pass, not a language we actually used. I still remember my first English test in English 6. I got 4 out of 20. I felt ashamed but also confused. Why was English so difficult? At that time, I believed English was only for the smart ones, for rich kids, city people. I thought maybe would never be able to speak it. But deep inside, I always had a desire. I wanted to understand English movies without subtitles. I wanted to talk to people across the world. I wanted to be confident, fluent, free. Still, my English remained broken. I was afraid to speaking, afraid of being laughed at. One day in college, I gathered the courage to speak one full sentence in English in front of the class. I said, "He go to market every day." Everyone laughed. I felt ashamed. I wanted to run away and never try again. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. I made over 1,000 mistakes on my journey, maybe more. I said wrong sentences. I used to wrong words. I misunderstood phrases. I even embraced myself in front of others. I feel ashamed and I feel angry. But every mistake was a gift. Yes, a gift. Why? Because it showed me what I need to work on. I treated my mistakes like teachers. I stopped saying, "I am so stupid," and started saying, "Thank you for teaching me something new." That attitude changed everything. I also stopped comparing myself to others. Some people learn faster, some slower, but this is my journey and I'm proud of it. I started small. I spoke to myself in the mirror. I recorded my voice on my phone. I watched English videos with subtitles. I even tried chatting in English with strangers online. In the beginning, I made hilarious mistakes. I said things like, "I am go to market," or "he didn't like pizza," but I kept going. I kept a notebook of my mistakes. Every time sometime corrected me, I wrote it down, not to feel ashamed but to improve. Slowly, I noticed a change. My confidence started to grow. After months of consistent practice, something amazing happened. One day I joined an online speaking group. I introduced myself in English for the first time without fear. People understood me. They appreciated my effort. Some even said, "Wow, your English is so good." That gave me more confidence. I started giving small speeches in English. I started helping others who were struggling just I had been. My dream came true. I was finally able to speak in English confidently. So, at least, so my dear friends, this was my story. A story of fear, mistakes, courage, and consistency. I so my dear friend, this was my story. A story of fear, mistakes, courage, and consistency. I want you to remember one thing from this video. You don't need to be perfect to start. You need to start become better. Make mistakes, embrace them, learn from them, and above all, stay consistent. Today, I am feeling happy and I run an English coaching platform. I help others like me speak English confidently, not because I'm perfect, but because I know the pain and I know the path. If I can do it, so you can you. Let's continue learning together. Let's keep speaking, practicing, growing, and remember never give. I still remember the day of changed my life. I was watching a YouTube videos by a fluent English speaker. At the end, he said something simple but powerful. You don't learn English by being perfect. You learn it by practicing and making mistakes. That line hit me hard. I realized that I was waiting to become perfect before speaking English. For that day, I decided I will speak even if I am wrong. So I made a promise to myself every day. I would practice English for at least 15 minutes. I would write, speak, or thinking in English. I didn't care. I made 10 mistakes or 100. I started